All right, so we are on our last two boxes. I thought, hey, let's do something fun on this one. So we are going to play a little game. Let me see if I can set this right here so you guys could follow along. The game is simple. We are going to keep track of score on what cards we pull. So here's how the game is. And feel free to make your guesses at home. So we start by opening up a pack, and we are doing Jafar, Reign of Jafar, which I'm really liking. I think it's possibly one of their favorite, or one of their better set since Ursula's return. At least for me. Okay, so here's how the game is played. I open up a pack and we place the card down one at a time. Let me see, I might have to make room here so we can fit everything on screen. Okay. Then what we do, we do this for every card. Yeah. Okay. Do this for every card. So my understanding is if it's, you only go by whatever that first color is. So that's green. So we're going to place it in the emerald slot. And we keep doing this till we go through all of our cards. Okay. We have a lady. We have a Flynn rider. Then we have a foil rider. Now, to look at the score, we look at what rares are sitting on the top of each pile. In this case, we have a lady, which is a regular rare, and then we have a Flynn rider, which is legendary. We go with the highest rarity. So that's going to be green. Emerald would win this match. Now, if, say, this foil card was emerald, and we place it on top, then that pile no longer has that rarity sitting on the top. So then lady would have won. Now, we have something here like a golden snitch from Harry Potter. So at the end of the game, we look at the total scores. Whichever color has the highest score wins. However, and I guess we go off by what the snitch rule is. If for the snitch, I think. So if we pull a ruby stitch or a ruby enchanted card, that gives that that color group, what is that, 130 points? Echo, how much point is the golden snitch in Harry Potter?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the golden snitch is worth 150 points.
150 points. So whatever if we pull an enchanted, whatever color that enchanted belongs to gives that group 150 points, which basically means they win, just like in Harry Potter, right? So let the games begin. I'm going to go ahead and place this card, which is going to be our featured card or pack. We're going to open that last. All right, here we go. We clear out the board. Let me see. I am running out of room here. So I got to make some room. I think that should be good enough. By the way, I'm really glad that I pulled that lady. Technically, if we're being serious, lady would have won. She's without a doubt going to be the most MVP card of this season. Let me know if you agree too, but I mean, I'm seeing her value going up pretty quickly. All right. My medicine soon will go off, so I apologize for that interruption. Okay, let's gotta set this up. My game table here is a huge mess. Let the games begin. So, let me see. So let's start with Emerald having the 1 point. Here we go. So first are this 6 different colors. Then we got our 3 uncommons. Then we've got fantastical and magical. We then have a lady. Now, in a case where we just have 2 of the same rarity, we give the points to each of those team. However, this foil card goes over lady, which makes amethyst the winner. Guys want to take a guess on who will win this game? For me, I'm going to go with Jafar. All right, sorry, with amethyst. Okay, so we go ahead and clear out the board. And go on to our next pack. And we're going to do this for both boxes. Our last box was kind of crazy. I would encounter situations where I wouldn't even have a color. Like the whole pack was missing a amethyst color. In the words of Rachel Zegler, it's weird. Okay, so we got Mother Gothel, which is amethyst. And we have Hades. So it looks like amethyst took the win completely. So amethyst goes up to 2 points. Now, even though I only have 2 boxes here, I did purchase 2 boxes previously, but I kind of want to buy 4 boxes. I think I'm also going to have to reorganize these cards real quick. All right, here we go. For our first rare, it's going to be Anna. Second rare is Stitch. Where is, there it go. And our foil is a Cricky, which is there. So in this case, Steel and Amethyst wins. So there's that, and Steel gets its first point. Okay, let me move these around just so it's a little bit easier for me to. Okay, and that goes there. What I've noticed is that these cards tend to be packed the same way. What I mean is, and sometimes it's not always the same, but most of the time from one box, they'll have it all laid out the same way. So it would be, according to what we've been seeing so far, we would be seeing first a amber, followed by steel, followed by amethyst, then emerald, then ruby, then finally sapphire. So you'll see here, first is amber, then up, like it did say, there are some cards that aren't packed the same way. So there's emerald going there, then ruby, then sapphire, then we got steel and amethyst. Okay, and for our uncommons, then for our rares, we've got Jasmine, we have Maui, where is screen? There we go. And then we have Flower. Now it's very possible in this game that we may end up with the same rarity all across the 3 cards, including the foil. So then we would just default to the foil being the higher rarity. But in this case, we got a tie between Sapphire and Emerald. So that's Sapphire's first point and Emerald's second point. All right. I'll go ahead and clear out. I am a little bit disappointed. So you can see on this, maybe you can't see it. There's a print line. Yeah, there's a small print line. I don't know, it's really hard to see on the camera. But there is a print line going down the middle of the card. Okay. That's enough of that. Let's get on to our next pack. I would really love a enchanted rare in one of these boxes, but we'll see. Tonio's Jaguar. Now look, this so far seems to be going right. Then that. Yeah, so see this, for this box, this is the average color layout. Madam Mim, Arthur, Zipper, Now for a rare, we have a Ludwig, which, by the way, is also going to be making a huge... Oh, that's too high up. I'm just seeing it on the camera right now. Let me adjust that. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I forget I could look at my laptop screen right in front of me. Okay, so we got Ludwig. What I was talking about Ludwig is I think he's going to be making a pretty big splash in this set as well. For a 2-drop, that lets you discard one of your opponent's non-character card, which is huge, especially if they're running a whole new world. And when he is banished, you put him into your inkwell. So he is definitely a staple. And I bet you'll be seeing him in a ton of tournaments. Okay, our next card is Donald Duck, followed by Miss Potts. So the clear winner here is going to be Amber. And that's actually Amber's first point. The points are followed: Amber 1, Amethyst 3, Emerald 2, Ruby 0, Sapphire 1, Steel 1. And my original guess is Amethyst is going to win this competition, but we'll see if we pull in Enchanted Rare what that color goes to. You guys let me know what you think is going to be the winner here. All right, here we go. We've got I got to remember how.
It's time for your medications.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm keeping you in suspense for a bit longer.
Thank you.
All right. So we got Kowloon, Tippo, Brendel, Adelaide. Oh, and looks like the order on this one is also switched around. Okay, we've got for our uncommons. And now for our rares. We have an Elsa. We have a Fred. And then we have a foil. She's your person. So it looks like Emerald and Amethyst takes the win. Okay. Let's clear out. And on to our next pack. Always hoping to see a enchanted, but I don't think we got one on this pack. Rhino, generally Bambi, Hippo. By the way, I think it's the Bambi one I really want on the enchanted out of this set. If I had to pick one, I think it would be Bambi. All right, on to our uncommons. And on to our rare, we have Nothing We Won't Do, Belle's Favorite Book, and then Maribel Madrigal. So it would be Ruby and Sapphire. So it looks like that's Ruby's first point and Sapphire. Ruby, Amber, and Steel are tied for last place, and Amethyst is currently in the lead. All right. Just give me a moment, guys. All right. I'm back. Let's clear out the board. On to our next pack opening. There you go. Let's lay down our commons. Now our uncommons. There are 3. For our rares, we've got Ludwig, and we have Perdita, making Amber the all-time winner for this. So Amber gets a point. So what have been your favorite enchanted card from this set? I saw someone posted one on Into the Unknown, which looked really good too. Dalmatian Puppy, Genie, Scarab, Wilhelm Pecker, Lumiere, and Olaf. And we have Figaro, Jumba, Bernard, and onto our rares, we've got an Elsa. We have a Captain Hook, and we have a Fred, which will cover up Captain Hook, making Amethyst the winner for this match. We are opening up a pack with the Jafar art in front. So let's see if that gives us anything special. Okay, we've got Rhino, Dell, Mushu, the Mouse Queen, General Lee, Camilo Magical. Now on to our uncommons. And on to our rares. Ooh, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is the winner, making still the winner for that round. This Mickey Mouse, by the way, is really cool. I really like how it's the raised art. See if you can see it. There we go. See that? That looks so awesome. And I think this Mickey Mouse will be making some appearance in the tournament as well, because he could be pretty easily cheated in with the other Mickeys. And I mean, his ability is crazy. He's a 10/10 who can quest for 5 with bodyguard, and if when he dies, he deals 5 damage to each opposing character. That's insane. All right, going on to our next pack. You got Maribel. I'm just gonna go ahead and play these down. I'm not gonna say their names. All right, we are going into our rares now. We have Into the Unknown, Flynn Rider, and for foil we've got a chip which covers that, and Amethyst takes another win on that. I don't know, I think Amethyst might be the strongest color for this set. There's so many amazing Amethyst cards. Amethyst. Now I can't remember. I wrote down the point. I don't think I did. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Let me see here. I think I did. Wrote it down. I gotta remember to press that every time I do this. On to this next pack. So far, no enchanted. And I don't think there's one in this one. Oh, we've got a Bolt. And we have a Chief Bogo, which is the clear winner. So Amber takes the lead, or doesn't take the lead, but takes a point. Chief Bogo is actually I think he's pretty popular. Or a pretty pricey card. Do you guys think that the lady card is going to be the new Rapunzel card? Time will tell, I guess. By the way, another card I'm really looking for is a foil of Brutus, because I have the foil of Nero. If I don't end up finding him, I'll just buy one from online. Okay, so we've got Sword of Shang Yu, Geppetto, and our foil is Mother Gothel, which is a rare. Since all 3 are the same rarity, Mother Gothel will give the win to Amethyst. Dewey, Toby, Bombi, Trump, Brutus, Little Sister. Then we've got Aladdin, Mulan, and this foiled run. So the winner is Ruby. Okay, so far the score is Amethyst is leading with 7 points. Ruby, Sapphire, and Steel are tied for last place. Emerald is in second, and Emerald and Ember are tied for second place. All right, our rares are going to be Feline, Down in New Orleans, and Gaston, which covers Feline, giving the win. Well, he would have already won anyhow. Down in New Orleans. There we go. I placed that in the wrong spot. There we go. All right, on to our next pack. Hopefully I could be able to post this also on YouTube. I think I could by downloading the video. We'll see. Fuse Piggy Pink. Medusa. Into the Unknown. Ooh, Radigan. Another card I've noticed online that is getting pretty valuable. The winner. Now, I think Radigan is the higher rarity. You should take a look at that real quick. So let's see. First is the common, uncommon, rare. Legendary is the golden. So, okay, so super rare is the silver, and then legendary is the golden. That's what I was thinking. I just had to make sure. So, Radigan takes the win. So that's a point for Sapphire. Ooh, and Sapphire is catching up to Amethyst. Okay. Darling Deer. Let's see what we got. Green, yellow, green, and our rares are going to be a Nathaniel Flint, and it means no worries, followed by the Coachman. So it would appear that both Amber and Steel took the win on this one. All right. We're getting pretty low from this first box. Yeah, we got Zimni Cricket, Go-Go Tamago, and Bruno will cover up Zimni. So that's a point for Emerald. On to our next pack. We have a Cusco. Most everyone's mad here. And Gadget. All right. All three are same rarity. However, Gadget being a foil makes her take the win. So there goes a win for Emerald. Gotta say, Amethyst is falling behind here. Let's see. We're kind of putting the cards a little bit too high up. There we go. All right. Our three uncommons, followed by our rares. So we got Honey Lemon, Queen of Hearts. Oh, well, this is interesting. So this does cover that. However, again, foil is usually the tiebreaker. So that's a point for Emerald. We're down to 3 packs, guys. Can we pull in an enchanted? I didn't on my last 2 boxes for Reign of Jafar. I hope I can on this 2 box. Okay. These are out of order. And also out of frame. Bumper. Get out. Walk the plank. Then we have Vinny, the Colonel, and we have a foiled Jasmine, making Sapphire the winner here. All right, we got fantastical and magical, Archimedes, and then Sir Eleanor. It would appear Amethyst and Emerald takes a point. Emerald is catching up to Amethyst. Okay, now for our featured pack. We are going to reveal these cards a little bit closer up to the camera. I tend to do that at the end of the box. Charlotte. Oh, hold on. Did not put these cards away. Okay. Dump truck. Bruno Magical. Jock. The Dodo. Jasmine. Undermine. Now comes our rares. After Arthur, I guess after this comes our rares. So Zipper. We have Monstro. We have Lady. And we have a foil dump truck. Okay. Our winner on that round is going to be Amethyst and Amber. All right. So that we're now in our halftime. I guess a fun addition to the rule could be at this point you could change your mind if you want to choose a different team who you think is going to win. We've so far the score is this: Amber at 5, Amethyst at 9, Emerald at 7, Ruby at 2, Sapphire at 5, and still at 3. So Amethyst is in the lead. Ruby is suffering pretty bad here at 2 points. We do have Emerald that is catching up to Amethyst pretty quickly. I'm going to still stick with Amethyst. I think they are going to be winning here, but I don't know. You guys let me know if you decide to keep your original decision or you're switching out for something new or another team. This is my last box. We're going to get this Jafar as our featured pack. Okay. So our feature pack will sit right here. We'll move these other pack off to the side. And we will begin our final game. I have to change up the order here as well. Okay, for our rares, we got Flynn Rider, Hades. Oh, Camilo is the foil is Amethyst. So Flynn's going to win. We're going to go ahead and adjust some of these. locations of the pile. Let's see if it stays in this order. Let's see here. You got a Wreck-It Ralph, Nani, and television set, which makes Ruby the winner. I can't remember if I wrote down the winner on the last round. I think I did, but a sword, Sheng Yu, Rhino. Ooh, nice. I'd say Amethyst is the clear winner with a Goofy. And this card is crazy good. I've been wanting to build some really cool decks with him. So let's put that score down before I forget. Oh, I'm putting some of these in the wrong spot. Let's see, there's that. And there's that over here, and then over here. Let's see, here are 3 uncommons, followed by our rares. So it would appear Sapphire and Steel takes the win. Looks like this is out of order. But is that a good thing or a bad thing? Let's find out. As for our rares, we have a Bolt, we have an Yzma, and we have a foil Mouse Queen. So it would appear Yzma takes the win, giving her Amethyst team another point. There it is. So far, the order seems good. And it is. All right. Let's see who takes the win on this round. We have the Sultan. We have Gadget. Ooh, I did not notice this. We have a foil Huey, but just take a look at this, which I did not realize. That's cool. So Dewey or Louis is going to complete this image. That's awesome. As for our winner, it's going to be both Amethyst and Emerald. Amethyst and Emerald. Let's put these back. Okay, our rares are going to be Feline. Ooh, check it out. Lilo. And we have a foil Aladdin. Lilo is the clear and obvious winner. Especially because, oh, yeah. So Lilo wins, gives a point for her Ruby team, which desperately needs one. All right, here we go. We have Atlantean Crystal, Vinny. Well, I call him Vinny because I can't pronounce his first name. And General Lee, which covers Vinny. Wom, wom, wom. Which makes Sapphire the winner for this round. Hey, hey! Good on Sapphire. Okay. Starting out with a Jim Deere. This is a pretty good card, especially with Lady. Being able to have Lady play her or play him. Okay. Figaro, Arthur, Abu. Then we have the Colonel. We have Flower. And we have a Force Dual Hollow, which makes Amber the winner. Guys, I don't know. I don't think we're going to see a enchanted rare from this set. Which is too bad, but I'm not going to be buying any more packs. I'm already in enough trouble keeping control of my finances, so Rhino. Looks like these are going to be out of order as well. Move this a little bit over so we can see what's up. Jumba, beyond the horizon. We have a Jasmine. My guy Stitch. And build the lizard. So that's going to be a win with Sapphire. Our uncommons and our rares are going to be a Captain Hook, a Prince John, which goes over here, and a Gaston, which covers Prince John, making Emerald the winner on this round. And it would appear these cards were not out of order, so a little bit out. There we go. These are going to be out of order. Our rare is going to be Gyro, followed by a Maui, followed by a Tiana. Hollow rare. So the clear winner is going to be Emerald. I never know if being out of order is a good thing. I think I've been getting pretty good cards when they are out of order. So far, these are not out of order. So if my theory is correct, we're not going to get anything crazy. But we'll see. We got Tinkerbell, Bambi, and then a Napoleon. All right, so that's actually not so bad. Two legendaries in a pack, which makes Amethyst and Ruby getting a point. Ruby really needs that. Amethyst, not so much. Amethyst is still in the lead. All right, so this is going to be out of order. It's going to move in this way. You know what? I have been placing them out of frame. There you guys go. Now for our rares, we've got Aladdin, Donald Duck, and a foil Darlin Deer, which makes Aladdin the winner. So let's increase Sapphire by 1. So that was out of order, and it was not the greatest packs, not compared to what we normally see. I believe these are all in order. You got a Tiana, Into the Unknown, and a Maui, which is really good. Maui obviously is going to be the winner here. So let's increase Emerald by 1. Okay, we've got 9 packs left to go. These are out of order. So let's see what we get with an out of order set. We got Antonio Magical, Archimedes, Trials and Tribulation. That is a pretty bad pull. So I don't know. Sometimes out of order packs do give out some good stuff. Archimedes gives Emerald a point. Look at that. Archimedes just made his team tie with Amethyst. Can you go outside, buddy? All right. So far, no enchanted. So the golden snitch has not been captured yet. We have Rhino, Ariana, and looks like this is also out of order, according to me. And when I say out of order, the majority of cards that I see gets pulled are in a specific order. And sometimes I see a pack that doesn't follow that order. That's why I call them out of order. Okay, as for our rares, we have Iago, Gogo Tamago, and Ariana, which makes Gogo Tamago the winner. Emerald, Looks like Emerald is now in the lead. My team is losing. And still no enchanted in sight. Looks like these are going to be in order. So we have a Clawhauser. Everybody got a weakness. And Antonio Madrigal. Foil. Which makes Amber the winner. Looks like these are going to be out of order. Just by a little. Not by a lot. This one card was out of order. Beyond the Horizon. Wrong lever. Queen of Hearts. And Elena. Which makes Emerald the winner on this one. Yeah, they are racing by. Leaving Amethyst in the dust. As I pull in Enchanted, it looks like Emerald's going to be the winner. These are going to be in order. So to me, this is what being in order looks like. At least for this box. It always changes. Okay, for our rares, we've got Alice. Heads held high. And then Quick Shot. Looks like both Emerald and Sapphire takes the win. You know what would be amazing is if still, if the enchanted rare we get, if we get enchanted rare, would be the still, because still is dead last. Right now, sitting at 4. That would be pretty insane turnout. Okay, so these are going to be out of order. Lefu, Zamba, Atitaya. We have a Mushu. We have Down in New Orleans. And we have Mad Dog. Down in New Orleans won this one. So let's add to Sapphire. see, are these in order? It looks like they're in order. So our rares are going to be very good rare to get. Lady, Fantastical and Magical, Friends Owl. The winner is going to be Amber and Amethyst. Well, there we go. Good on Amethyst for going up. All right, we got 2 packs left. So, depending if we get the enchanted card, I think Emerald might take the win on this one. Amethyst needs 2 points to tie with Emerald. So we'll see. And these are going to be out of order. A rare is going to be another lady, but not the same lady. Mother Gothel. And we have Thumper. So, point for Amber. And a point for Amethyst. Ooh. We are neck to neck here. We've got 1 pack left. And it could go either way. Either Amethyst is going to tie with Emerald, or Emerald's going to win. Our final score right now, we got Amber sitting at, well, we'll start with the lowest. For last place, we've got Steel at 4. And for first place, we've got Emerald at 15. Amethyst sits right behind Emerald with 14. The others, we got Sapphire at 11, Amber at 10, and Ruby at 5. I don't think, now, unless you get enchanted, I think Emerald's going to take the win. I don't think we're going to get a enchanted. Okay, our final cards. You've got Darling Deer, Adelaide, Captain Hook. So far, these are in order. Negara, Chaka, Lafayette, Trials and Tribulations. We have Blue Fairy, Napoleon. Now comes the result of the race. Anna, which is going to be for Amethyst. Ooh. It looks like Ruby is going to win on this one. Then Dalmatian Puppy. No Enchanted, which is a bummer because that was my 4th box, and I'm not going to justify spending a whole bunch of money just to get a Enchanted. So our winner on that one is going to be Ruby. So the winner of this box competition is Emerald with 15 points. All right, well, that's everything I've got. I've I've gone through all the boxes I picked up today. Let me know if you guys like this style of pack opening. It does, I think, bring some sort of excitement to it rather than just watching people opening up packs. All right, until next time, see ya.